Hello everyone, my name is Carlo Prospero and I'm the designer of Guardians of the Pride. In Guardians of the Pride, you will be playing as one of 12 different Guardians, commanding your own Pride of Lions across the savannah. In Guardians of the Pride, you will be playing across 3 different generations, and each generation being 5 rounds of play. During each round, you will be going through 3 different phases. In the first phase, you will be going through a drafting phase. In the drafting phase, you will be acquiring one basic tactics card and one advanced tactics card. Each tactics card allows you to essentially amplify or improve some of your actions during the actions phase. In the actions phase, you will be rolling 3 of your dice, and then you'll be assigning them on your player board. On your player board, there will be 6 different action slots, and you can assign these dice any way you want, and you'll be taking each of these actions in any order you wish during your turn. So, for example, if I've placed 6 dice on move, I can move my lions 6 hex spaces. So here on the map, I'm starting off in the left-hand corner, and I'm going to move my lions across the map here. So I spent 2 points there, 1, 2 here, 3, 4 there. So that's a total of 6 movement for all 3 of my lions, and one of my lions has now gone through a different zone, allowing me to take control of 1 new territory card. Each zone will be contested by all players. As long as there's at least 1 lion, then they control that zone. They can also build up their influence within that zone by marking their territory and building their dens. One of your actions will be marking and gathering, which is marking your territory using these mark tokens on your player board. Only the male lion is able to mark their territory. This adds 1 influence to control within that zone. Gathering allows your lions to then gather some resources wherever they are. So, for example, they are currently in the plains, and they can acquire meat tokens or water tokens. There's also shelter tokens that you will need to be able to build more dens. Hunt. In the hunt action, you'll be using your dice to hunt prey and predators. With a 4, I can draw 4 cards and decide which one I want to hunt within the hunting grounds. Each zone will have their own hunting ground to explore. The expand and mate action allows you to expand your pride by building new dens and allowing you to grow your population. In the explore action, you'll be exploring one of the zones that your lions are currently in. The explore action allows you to improve your territory card as well as strengthen parts of your player board. Lastly, you have the conquer action. Conquer action is when 2 different players are within a zone and they're contesting that zone for influence. Influence tokens are used to basically allow the player to take control of that zone. Each thing that they've built upon that zone will also add influence, such as a den and marking their territory. However many lions are involved in the zone allows you to spend that many tokens. So for example, if I have 2 different lions trying to contest in a zone, I can spend 2 of my tokens. These tokens are all the same across all players, but the catch is you'll be able to spend any one of these tokens, and you gotta put them face down. And once you guys are ready to rock and roll, you're going to be able to flip those 2. And whoever has the highest value of influence will be able to take control of that zone. Now, you got to be careful though. Once you use a token up, that token is going to be lost forever. And it's going to be placed on that zone for the rest of the game until that zone gets contested again. So the next time you contest into a different zone, you'll have 1 less influence token to be able to use. So you got to be able to use those wisely. You only have 1 7 and 1 5 token. The rest are a little bit lower, but you got your mark tokens as well as your den tokens to be able to add some of that influence to take control of those territories. That, in a nutshell, is Guardians of the Pride. You'll be playing across through 15 rounds of play, and in generations 2 and 3, you'll be acquiring a new Guardian, just as the circle of life kind of continues. In generations 2 and 3, you'll be also facing off against a coalition. A coalition is when different male lions are gathered from all the different players, and this is going to be an AI bot that's going to be traveling across the savannah mid-game and trying to mess up your plans. Let's see if you can survive this. Hopefully you like what you see and get to check it out in FallCon. See you there.